Hello, and welcome to the Lovejoy Nation podcast. Hello, this is episode 12 of the Lovejoy Nation podcast. We are very excited today to discuss One Simple Trick, Lovejoy's full-length debut album that just dropped October 3rd. We're going to go through the songs we took notes as we heard them for the first time. But first, let's do what we always do and check in and see what everyone's been up to since the last episode.
Me, absolutely nothing, quite frankly, apart from listening to a certain album. That's
You always
really...
say it so cheekily. Went to a certain gig,
Yeah.
listened to a certain album. You notice that?
Well, I don't want to give anything away.
I met a certain person.
Never know if you're telling the truth or not.
He's
Well,
cheeky. You can't help
yes,
it.
it is
He's
cheeky,
from England.
but I've been up to literally just working.
Okay.
Nothing exciting whatsoever, which is sad, I guess. Yeah. What about you, Ange? Been up to anything?
Same. I haven't done anything. I've not done anything. I've been kind of obsessed with making bracelets for tour, but that's about as exciting as it gets, other than immersing myself in this album. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
boring.
it.
Yep.
That's it. We've all had some homework, which we've all kind of done. So
Yeah, we've assigned ourselves lots of homework. I'm very behind on the bracelets. I think I made 2. So you use bigger beads though, so mine take longer.
Yes. Yeah. Mine are chunky.
I did do a few things in this last week. It was a bit busy. Went to the New York Ren Fair. That was fun and expensive. Do it every year. It's always the same friggin' thing, but it's a must do in our family. But the next day was like super cool because I got to go to a taping for some mysterious Ed Sheeran something or other that is quite a mystery. His people had him all over New York City on subways, the High Line, on the streets, in a pub, at the Hammerstein Ballroom. And they recorded him playing different songs on his guitar in each place. And so my best friend and I we got the lucky space of being in a pub with like 30 people, free drinks, 5 feet away from Ed Sheeran playing Galway Girl on his guitar with an Irish folk band that's apparently big in and of themselves. So that was super neat. They recorded there 2 days in a row, so I hope they use our cut and not the others, or maybe mix them up. But at least I'll know that we were there for it. So that was neat. But the poor guy looked exhausted. He just like nonstop. But he said it is like one of the neatest things he's ever done, and he can't wait for us all to see it. So excited for that. Even though it's not Lovejoy news, I thought it was cool news to share.
That's really cool. So you don't know yet what exactly it's going to be?
There's rumors of it being for a documentary for Netflix. Camila Cabello, if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, was part of it. There was a really cool Mercedes parked on the street on a dolly with a camera on a truck in front of it. And we actually got to see him and her hop in, and we pulled down the street. So it looked like she was driving, he was the passenger, and he had his guitar. So I don't know what that means. But only in New York. It was neat. It was cool. I'm glad we did it.
Probably carpool karaoke or something of that form.
I was thinking that, but not with her. I don't know. So maybe they did a collab. Maybe it's just showing like a day in his life in New York City, like being crazy on the streets. It was neat to see all the videos on TikTok where people were like, literally on my lunch break where I always go on the High Line, and friggin' Ed Sheeran's doing a concert all of a sudden on the street. Or they're taking the subway and they see him playing. It was just rad to date myself.
Only in New York City. Wow.
Yeah. Super, super cool.
Fingers crossed they take or have your take.
All right. Shall we dig in? I just thought it'd be interesting to hear how each of you experienced the album the first time. Like, how did you go about, like, all right, and I'm going to listen to it?
I stayed up until it was midnight, my time.
Mm-hmm.
And I took my Beats headphones and turned on Spotify and I played it all the way through.
Cool.
And it was dark and I just sat and listened.
Immersed in it. Yeah.
Yep.
And what was your very first initial thoughts? Because I'm sure there were some songs where you thought,
I knew that this album was going to be good, but I was not expecting to be completely bowled over, gobsmacked, blown away. I knew it was gonna be great, but it honestly has exceeded my expectations, and my expectations were high. There's a lot
Good,
of really
good.
experimental stuff in here, I think,
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
which is good. There's a lot of math rock type beats and riffs. It makes me wonder if they've been playing some Delta Sleep while they were in the studio or whatever. Uh, I absolutely am thrilled with the album. I think it's an absolute masterpiece.
Dave, how about you? How did you first hear it? God, you're just not gonna be you were sitting on the toilet.
No, no.
That face made it sort of seem that way.
Maybe we don't need the details.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
first heard 95% of the album at the gig. However,
Yeah.
Deathbox, I went straight to because I'd never heard it.
Mhm. Makes sense.
So I went straight to Deathbox, listened to that. Then I had the album on, I had earphones in, but I'm making sandwiches, I'm washing up, getting breakfast. We're doing all the day-to-day chores. You come later on in the evening, sat down, earphones in, and listened to it fully. Again, I'd heard it at the gig, but there was a couple of songs where they started and I thought, oh yeah, this was a good song.
Uh-huh.
And then to be able to hear it again, studio quality,
Yeah.
it's like, yes, really like that. Because am I right in thinking you had to wait virtually all day as well?
I did. And it's funny because I took a lunch break just sitting in my car that day on Friday, and I was like, I could be listening to this right now, have an hour. Since my daughter brought me into the Lovejoy world, I felt it only appropriate to listen to the album together, even if she didn't care one way or another how or when she was going to hear it. But I just wanted to share that with her. So yeah, the plan was to listen to it right after we got home from work and school. But then they're always starving because we all get home at 4 o'clock ish. And so I'm like, you know what? Let me make dinner, get that out of the way, cleaned up, eat early, and then we can just sit and relax and listen. So that's what we did. And I had my little notebook out and my pencil, and we actually listened to it differently than you two, not earbuds. Sat in my living room, put it on YouTube, and saw the visualizers for each song, which is cool because it has the lyrics. So it helped to hear it and see the words at the same time. And we did skip the songs and the singles that have already come out. Yeah, Baptism had a new music video, so that was neat. And then just watching and listening that way. So that's how I did it. It was probably around 6 o'clock on Friday PM. So yeah, I feel like it's kind of crazy that I'd be one of the last people in the fandom to listen to it, but
On the planet.
on the planet, like literally, it was worth it.
Mm.
Worth the wait. It's like I waited this long, I can wait a few more hours. It's fine.
Yeah.
True.
And what did
So-
we all, before we delve deep, what did we think of the video?
Oh my god. So we're talking about the video for Baptism, which just
Yes.
released on Friday as well, and I guess that's a new single.
Well, we can delve into this on another episode, but just initial thoughts.
Yeah, initial thought was holy smokes, seeing Will like that. So different.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was fun. It was a lot of fun and clever and, as usual.
I was watching Ash and Mark trying to hawk those VHS tapes was hilarious. I kind of feel like Ash would probably actually be the world's worst salesperson. I feel like he would just get sick of it and just give up and start giving them away just so he could be done. Like, I just can't see it. But it was really interesting to see the contrast between how Pastor Gold was, kind of like rage preaching to his followers. And then in his dressing room behind the scenes, you can see he's starting to fall apart mentally and maybe even experiencing a bit of psychosis is is what I took from it. But
Oh man, we could go so deep on this, but we are not today.
there's a lot.
No,
Yep. No,
not
we
today.
can't. We can't. We can't. But
I thought it was another great video. I have to ask you, did he have false teeth in?
I was just like thinking that his tan
Brought out the teeth.
brought out. He
Yeah, okay,
does have
that's
like
fair enough.
perfect, nice teeth. I think it
that's
just
what I thought.
made him
No,
pop more.
that's fine.
Yeah, that was my thought too.
And plus, he was making funny faces with them, So he's like, I'm doing my best impression. Yeah, so
it was so, like late 80s coded.
Yeah, he must have had the best time doing that. And what an actor Wilbur is. My goodness, who knew? Well, we now know from all these videos, and congrats, kudos again to Noisiac for this amazing masterpiece. They keep getting better each one. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dave, speaking of Noisiac, I think I see some familiar graphics on your door there. What exactly do you have cooking there?
These? Wow.
I see one of them, but maybe there's two.
Yeah, they're both there. When I
Okay.
go big, they're both there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when we see just you on the screen.
That is Mr. Snuffles.
Of course.
And that is What the Hell is Noisiac. And let's just say they're screen used from the videos.
You're so fancy.
Wow.
Very cool, Dave. I'm envious, for sure.
Yeah, so is my daughter. She's not allowed to have them.
She has to come in and enjoy them in your room.
Exactly.
Nice.
That's so cool.
Very cool. Very, very nice.
I can photocopy them for you, fold them into a paper plane and send them across if you want.
Oh, that would be so thoughtful of you. Thanks, Dave.
They might get a little wet, but thanks for the thought.
Yeah, maybe in a bottle. Roll them up in a glass bottle. I'm right by the Jersey Shore. I can hook it.
I've got a plastic bottle. Somebody will find it in the ocean.
Then they'll really be, what the hell is Noisiac? Right. Oh, man. Okay, let's get to baptism. All right. Let's start at the start. We're talking about the song. We're not talking about the video. We already did that. First impressions. I hope we all took your notes. Dave, did you take notes like I said? Or just mental notes? Good boy. Okay.
They're not clear. Well, they're as clear as mud.
I can understand them.
I know we spoke about having perhaps 3 words, but I can't always do 3 words.
I know. I sort of wrote like jumbled like a bunch of
so
things.
There's no.
I figured just at the very least, have 3, right?
Yeah. Baptism. Huh?
I love that part. It totally caught me off guard, but I was like, I love this.
Yeah.
And then, of course, that song starts out with that classic, amazing Ash Kabosu bass line that has become just like this trademark of Lovejoy. And I was just like, yes, we are back. We are so back. Sorry, now I'm getting excited.
Nice. You always notice the bass. I dig that.
God.
I can see huh being a thing at a gig. Do you know what I mean? If they play baptism, I can really see, I'd love to see that as the whole crowd. Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to do it. I don't care if anybody else does.
Oh, yeah.
That's if they play it. Yeah.
Moments like that in these songs.
Yes.
My first word I wrote down for this song was haunting. Darker. I said it reminded me of a darker, normal people things. For some reason, I wrote that.
I have deep and dark written down.
I wrote that it was a bop because that's like a big point for me is like Angie needs her heavy bass. I need my bop. I need to be able to bop to it at my desk. And that was a bop. And I did have to let you guys know that I don't think it's plagiarism, but when he says blood in the water, because my husband's such a big Dave Matthews Band fan and I've seen him 1,000 times in concert, hearing blood in the water, there's a Dave Matthews song. Don't drink the water. There's blood in the water. They say at the end. So yeah, I kept thinking of that. Just that's where I'd heard that before. So I wrote that down.
That's fair enough.
I love Bridge, where it just all of a sudden switches up and you get that math rocky kind of vibe going. And then, hello, Joel Goldsmith. Joel Goldsmith, you are a freaking rock star, man. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Oh my God. That's so good.
And you know what? I think it takes a really confident and a really sort of altruistic frontman to let another band member have the vocal spotlight like that for a little bit. So I think that tells you something about Will's character. Just saying.
And I think it also helps preserve Will's voice to not do the screaming.
Right?
Yeah. Same thing with Foxholes. So, because can you imagine the number that would do if he had to do that all the time? But yeah, he got to shine and I was happy for him. And even in the music video, even though the freaky eyes freaked me out, I don't like that.
So good.
Yeah.
And I love another thing I noticed about the album is there's a lot of vocal layers in these songs. And
Lot of
this was one of
textures,
those
yeah.
that towards the end had a lot of texture in the vocals. Yeah.
And I wrote that
So-
he dies again. He's always like fainting, dying,
Oh,
falling.
that's what that. You know what? Yes. I was
Oh,
wondering
sorry,
what that
that's for the
meant.
video. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
I actually wanted to listen to the song without seeing the video. I said to my daughter, let's just listen to it first and then do the video. But they didn't put a visualizer for that one. They used the video. So yeah, do both together. Anything else to add for Baptism?
Love it. I really
I
do.
love it too.
Yeah.
I do too.
It was probably the one for me that had to grow a bit more, had to listen to it a few more times to think,
I think so too.
oh my God. And I don't know whether it's because it's at the beginning of the album and there's songs that clicked to me and it was like, oh, and then you kind of forget about it. So it just needed to take that little bit longer to listen again.
Yeah, I feel like in general, that's just how I am with songs. I did write that for a couple other ones that now going back, I'm like, what? That's so good. So yeah, I see that. And especially because it got so much attention on the Reddit, a lot of people saying Baptism was a favorite. So I was like, I really need to see what it is about it and then and not be tainted by the video because the video is so freaking good and fun.
Yeah.
The title is like, how are you going to sing a song with that title? That is bizarre. That's what I was thinking.
I noticed that was one of the few songs that doesn't have a really big change between the BPM in the verse and the chorus. A lot of these other songs, like we've talked about before when we've heard the snippets, the chorus sounds a lot different than the rest of the song once we get it. And this one felt pretty steady throughout, which was different kind of from a lot of the other songs, I thought, but I love it.
I've got simple sort of written down. I think it's quite a simple song. Again, like you say, it's just, it flows, goes through. The drums was simple. There was nothing but I thought it was a really nice song. Again, different from Baptism, but I really enjoyed it.
What was your reaction to Big? Because I died. It's like, no, I'm big. I was like, I just cracked up.
Yeah, I
I
cackled.
was like, wait, what? What did you say?
And then you start thinking, okay, are we going to get any more of this? You kind of wait for it in the other songs, don't you?
Yeah, and then, well, even the next time he says, no, you're like, what are you going to say? He didn't say.
Yes.
Damn it.
You know, there was one line in here that I thought was like super, well, there was a couple, obviously, but one of the few lines I thought was super interesting was, we act like AB positive, it's sickening me, never need to give and universally received. So Will, if you're listening to this, which you probably aren't, you made me do so much research last night and I've learned all kinds of random things just because of your lyrics. Lesley, do you have that down? What
Yeah,
did
you know
think
why?
about that?
I'm AB positive.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'm the universal recipient or whatever. And then, yeah, so I thought that was a little funny. Yeah, so I did write that down. When I caught that, I was like, ah, ha, ha.
Yeah,
Whatever.
but am I right in saying that it's a universal recipient, right? Like you can get any sort of blood type if you need a blood transfusion. That was super, yeah.
They like this blood type for giving plasma, which I tried to do once, but my veins are too small. But I give blood anyway. But yeah.
Good.
Yeah, so I thought that was cool.
The
I was like,
other
"Oh,
thing
shout out to me."
Yeah, right, yeah, that was
Parasocial.
you. He had you in mind.
I was afraid you were gonna say, "I may be positive." Like, of course you are.
But I don't even know what blood type I am. The
This is
other
fun
line
discussion.
It is. The other line I had like, I racked my brain looking for this, and once I found a meaning, I was like, yep, that's it. I've been chasing flour.
I thought that was a weird one. Did you think he was talking about baking flour when you heard it and not see the word flour when you, because the
Visual
visualizer
says
says
flour. So I
flour
did
like
a bunch of
daisies.
searching, went down a bunch of rabbit holes, and then I found this. It's an Asian pop culture kind of term. And it's a definition. It says a man chasing flowers is seen as someone who flirts widely, seeks attention from many women, or pursues relationships without commitment. And I feel like that kind of ties in because once I listened to this song a few times, I feel like it's kind of about being bored, being numb, like you're flicking through your social media and you're just sick of it all, nothing left to find and only shit left to see. Like, I need something I haven't felt before. Like, he's just, and chasing flower, quote unquote, is one of the
Whoa.
ways that this character is trying to like get that next high or get, or to feel something. So maybe I'm
No,
way
I
off,
mean, heck
but
no.
I felt like that really fit.
I dig when he says, I could spend the weekend watching shark videos and it would feel better than, what did he say? I think I miswrote a word. Didn't write a word. He says, you.
I thought it was shock videos.
You know what? It's one of those, it's sort of like Pearl Jam violins in my head. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He wrote shock videos in the visualizer, but it's Shark Cafe, and then I'm thinking Shark Week, possibly. Yeah, it's probably Shark or Shock, but
When I looked at the visualizer and I was really surprised that it said shock. I'm like, that's not shock. There's no way that word is shock. It's shark.
that's
Like,
what
it
I
has to
thought.
be sharp.
Okay, and it would feel better than the thought of you. My God, I love that. I love that part.
He's really playing around with those deeper tones in his voice on this album, isn't he? Yeah, he's
I love
really
it. Strong,
he's
tough.
really finding his range. Yes.
Say it, man. Say it. Say what we all want to say.
He sounds very confident.
Yeah. Cathartic. Yeah. Love it. And I just love how that's the only sound you hear. There's no music. There's nothing. Just you. It's like, whoa. Okay. Dig that. That was my note. Perfect Blue.
Having said previously that I missed it during the gig,
For good reason.
this is my least favourite.
The heck out of town.
What?
It's so pretty. Maybe that's why it's too pretty for you, Dave.
I'd rather listen to all the others than Perfect Blue at this stage in time.
I hear you. I know it could all change in a week when you listen to it 100 times more.
Exactly. I haven't really got anything written down for it apart from it's okay, least favourite.
Wow. So, I mean, true to its name, that riff is like straight up blues rock. I was trying to think. It reminds me so much of this old song. So, again, last night I was digging and digging and digging. Thanks, Will. And I found it. It's a song by Cream. It's an Eric Clapton riff. It's called Strange Brew. And it is kind of similar to the riff in Perfect Blue. So I'm like, okay, that kind of fits. Like, it's not the same. And it's just like a little bit similar, but that's what it reminds me of. And I feel like the song is super mysterious. I need to know who is Perfect Blue. Who is Perfect Blue? Tell me. I want to know.
And my daughter said we should watch the anime movie Perfect Blue. That Ash, showed pictures of when teasing the songs in the album. I think she's seen it before, but yeah, I would check it out. I think Angie, you said you saw it.
Yeah, it's very good.
Do you think it relates to the song?
Good film.
Or not really?
What's that?
Do you think it relates to the song or not really at all?
Not really. I mean,
Okay.
maybe it could a little bit, but I didn't see any like immediate ties. But
Okay.
yeah, but Will's voice is so smooth in this song. You can really tell how far he's come. as a vocalist.
I put a
But yeah,
bop
it's
from
really
the
different
start.
from the other songs.
Bop from the start.
Yes.
That's an important one. Pretty. I love when he twists words, phrases, or sentences around from what you expect he's going to say to the opposite. Sort of like Perfume when he says, still smell perfume. Did it rub off on you? It's like, doesn't make sense. So here, you can take me as you are. I love that. Instead of take me as
Yes.
I am. I like when he says, he says like teeth or something, right? Or it sounds like he's saying that, even if the words aren't that.
You know what it is?
Why are you laughing?
Did you watch that part in the visualizer? Is it you're numb? That part?
I don't know. I don't know. I wrote down teeth.
In the visualizer, it says from tit to teeth, you're numb. Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. I was writing down. Shoot.
I was like, what?
Whoa. Okay, Dave caught that. I did not. This should be your favorite song according to that reaction.
Right.
What?
I'm just going to say it my way at the show, okay? You guys can say it your way.
Capricorn of Wonder.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Thunder.
It's always Capricorn one. Man. Oh, I like when another one where he twists it like, or you get to see it two different ways. When he says, I could be your lifeline, you could throw me out. I like that. I picture like lifeline, like a fishing reel, throw me out. Whoop. Lifeline, reel again, and then also could be throw me out.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you could take me or leave me. I could be there for you, or you could just toss me aside. So I feel like it has double meaning.
That's interesting.
Thanks.
I feel like this person has like some sort of like crazy hold on him. Like like he's saying like, do what you want with me. I'm yours. You could, rip my heart from my chest and I'd still sleep just a sound or whatever it is.
Yeah, the waiting kills you before the hemlock does. I just love it, Dave. I don't know. You're gonna grow into it. I know it.
I probably would. Just one of those things where right now.
Well, some have to float to the top, right? That happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then Will posted on Reddit an acoustic version of the song an hour before the midnight release. And he said he was singing it for us, the fans. And did you notice when he said the last line is like a message to us? And the last lines are, don't try this at home. So
what do you think he means there? That was just like,
I don't really know yet.
I don't either. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But the word hemlock had me wondering because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I could swear there was an old song that was scrapped or either the name was changed and it was called Hemlock. So that made me wonder if any of that was put into this, or like I said, maybe it was just changed title and is a different song. But yeah, that ending, what does that mean? Don't try this at home.
I know. I think it's going to take some thinking and listening to sort it out. He probably just likes that line too. Just that's always a thing. Like, don't try this at home at the end of things. Commercials where they show like someone driving a car fast around a cliff or something.
Right.
Jumping off a building or whatever. Don't try this at home. So I don't know.
Probably just messing with us.
Yeah, he likes us speculating and ruminating. And
yeah, then he can go on the Reddit and point and laugh. I mean, I would too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Foxholes.
Dave, what'd you take?
Rocky, as in Rocky rock music, not Rocky Balboa.
I wasn't thinking of that.
Makes you want to move. So going back to your pop.
Bop, bop, bop.
Yeah, and I've got a great tune. It is a great tune. I know it's been knocking around for a while in different forms, but to hear it, as we've all sort of said, it'd be good to hear it. They've clearly changed it. Really like it. Really do.
It's always had my heart. I've always loved Foxholes. I just put Rock Out, Headbanger.
Yeah,
Still favorite.
Yeah.
Beginning pulls you right in with the flickering sounds. Mark on the hi-hat, because I always notice the little drum things.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm such a sucker for that. And I wrote crisp, clean vocals, smooth. I dig it. I dig foxholes.
My first two things that I wrote down, and I wrote these in caps. Apparently, I was excited. I wrote guitar solo, holy shit. And then I
Nice.
wrote bleeping A, Joe can sing in that scream. This is another
Yeah.
this is another Joel Goldsmith, You Are a Rock Star song. Oh my God, that guitar solo is freaking blistering. I love it.
I wrote
And his part of that,
Joe screaming.
gosh. And
Yeah,
I
the
feel like,
guitar
yeah.
too.
And clearly they changed the end of it. The scream wasn't always in there. But I still feel like, and maybe this is just the difference between the studio version and the live version,
Why am I
but the
blurry?
contrast between the chorus and the verse seems a lot more stark than it did live. And I don't know if that was a change they intentionally made or if that's just the way it came across in studio versus live. But I mean, I had my headphones on, so when Will was saying the verse, it was almost like he was like whispering in my ear. It was very different from the chorus, which is, banging. But yeah, what a song.
I like the idea of like his voice in your ears, like whispering to you. Yeah, and listening in the dark. That's cool. So that's like,
It was, yeah, it was
that's
weird.
fun.
It was cool. And of course, there are no atheists in the foxholes. I think we've talked about this before, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's a
I
cool
love
phrase.
that.
It's got a lot of meaning.
I just wanted to say it was the hi-hat mark, but also the snare rim that he was playing on. He did both of those a lot.
Oh,
And I just want to correct that so I don't get Mark note later. Yeah, when you watch the visual, you see he's tapping on the rim for the beginning
okay.
flickering bit, and then he uses the hi-hat a lot. He uses the hi-hat a lot in songs, and sorry, Dave, I hurt your ears. I just dig it how the hi-hat is the two cymbals that are sandwiched on top of each other, and I just love how it sounds when you tap it when it's closed, and then when you like have it go up and down and tap it, it changes the sound. It's just, I just should just get a hi-hat and have it next to me here.
You should do
I-
that.
Yeah, I played the drums. My parents only bought me a snare drum. Really, they should have just bought me a hi-hat, and I could have had fun there. Apparently, like I would have learned so much from Mark that you could do with a hi-hat. Okay,
I
Fatal.
was really surprised at the tempo, given the song title.
In the
Fast,
sense
I
of
wrote.
what?
It was kind of like Lesley would say, it was more of a bop. I'm like, fatal. Fatal is a bop. This doesn't compute for me. Wasn't expecting that.
No, I wrote fast, and I actually wrote, but I've since like changed my opinion. I wrote doesn't instantly grab me. I wrote like it wasn't like from the start, didn't like get me right away. Fair?
Yeah,
Dave's
yeah, yeah.
nodding.
Yes.
No,
Yes. No,
I
I agree.
absolutely agree. No different to me with foxholes, Yeah. See, this one for me, because I remember we spoke a couple of days ago, and I went, "There's one song that really pricks my ears up,"
Mm-hmm.
and this was the one for me. Obviously, it pricks my ears up from the gig.
Right.
I think it's one of those songs that's better live, but this for me is one of my favourites. I've written down. I remember this from the gig. Great live, future hit. It's virtually a double crescendo on this one, and I loved it.
I
And
wrote that
for
word
some
down. I
reason,
said that's why Dave said crescendo.
yeah, and for some reason, I really remember it from the gig. Something must have gone in at the gig, and I really, really love this song. Now, bear in mind, I haven't dug as deep as you lot into lyrics and everything like this, because for me, it's about loving it. I'll look into it later. Yeah, I really, really like Fatal.
I like it a lot now. At first listen, it didn't grab me right away, but after having listened to it, I really like it. I love the chorus. I love that staccato, just do, 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 do. I think that really just adds to the kind of, what's the word I want to use? Like urgency or anxiety of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know the word, but it makes it feel urgent. It makes it feel
tension.
Yes,
Maybe.
yes, yes. It makes it feel tense.
Mhm.
Yeah. And another thing I had to look up was frickin' camera obscura. Did you guys? I didn't have any idea what that was.
I know I've learned about it or something, but I
It's
didn't re-look it up. I meant to re-look it up, though.
the best example is basically one of those little pinhole boxes that kids make in school so they can watch the eclipse.
Yeah, because he says that, right? Doesn't he say
Yeah.
something about a pinhole? Yeah.
Yeah, he says, empty in your heart that persists through a pinhole, a camera obscura perceived on the atrium. And it was interesting where he talked about Sinai's Peak. I know he speaks perfect prose because on Sinai's Peak, he took my hand. Well, in the Bible, Mount Sinai is where Moses traveled up the mountain to receive the 10 commandments from God.
Oh.
And he spoke with God and he kind of saw God. He saw God's back because to see God's face would apparently be too much for a human to handle, but super interesting.
I rely on you for some of this religious stuff because I'm not so familiar. But I said the bridge is everything.
Oh gosh.
And when he
yes.
says, I wish you all could understand the words I say. And I feel like I take that as Will really talking to us about his perspective on things. And
Yeah.
maybe sometimes he's misunderstood or people misinterpret the words to suit their opinion, their prejudiced opinion or their that was one of those moments that makes you want to like tear up a little bit. Maybe Dave doesn't feel that way. I think Angie, you probably do.
It was very sad. That part
Yeah,
is
I
very
get what you're
sad.
saying. There are a lot of sad lyrics throughout the whole.
Make it so hard for a boy to believe.
Oh, I know. And then can I just take a bit more for myself?
Mm-hmm.
It just makes you want to, and then
And he's like something about it taking a year off or yeah. And then I brought up round robin singing. I was like, I'm gonna write this note and I don't know if everyone's gonna know what the heck I'm talking about.
There is, I didn't catch that.
At the end, it goes round robin, so it's like it starts and then repeat, like
That's what-
stagger repeats.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is.
That made me
That's
want to
cool.
ask Dave, did you learn the song London Bridge is Falling Down in school?
Yes. The round robin, yes. No.
How each person we should do
Yes.
that, guys.
No.
Let's do it. We're back in preschool.
Yes. We could teach these kids that don't know this yet. London
Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Come on, Dave.
No.
It's the one
I'm
song we could
drinking.
get on here without copyright problems, probably. I'm drinking. Okay.
He's got a drink just to
As soon
talk
as
to
you
us. You're
said, do I
drinking.
know London Bridge, I knew where this was going to take us.
Nice. I didn't know if that was just an American thing.
No.
Just to clarify, you're drinking coffee, right? I mean,
Yes.
He has whiskey in his coffee cup.
I mean, to talk to us, I wouldn't be surprised if he did have a little nip of something.
That's afterwards to help me sleep.
I still have some Sam Adams here.
So do
Yeah.
I.
Aha. I also wrote down this moment. Understand my words. This moment could hurt you, but it won't hurt me. Yeah, more of that sad stuff.
It is
that
quite.
grips you.
I'm going to say a sad song. I don't know all the lyrics yet. I have watched the visualizers,
Mm-hmm.
but I tend to sort of listen and then pick up what I sort of pick up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just reminded me of something. Sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I was just going to say the other thing that happened in this past week was the vinyl release.
Yes. How can we forget about that?
Angie, give us an update on sales of the vinyl.
Vinyl is sold out, gone completely in the US.
In the UK too.
Yay!
And we all got our orders in, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I think most people that wanted it did. Some got more than they bargained for. Than they said.
Yeah, that would be me because, you know, me being stupid was like, oh, let's go in and look and see if I can figure out how many are left because I'm nosy and curious. And I accidentally bought myself 2 more. So I was like, oh, well, this is great.
So you
That's
helped it sell out.
At one stage, I put about 100 in, and I was like, "Please don't buy it. Please, I can't afford this. Please don't buy it."
I would have died.
That'd be fun to get like a pallet of records in your house.
Yeah, and then at one stage, it was like 19 left. Can I afford that? No. Okay, shut it down. Come away before you do something silly.
One simple click, and you would have
Yes.
had way too many.
Ooh, that's a good one.
What? They should do that for their like merch sales once.
One simple click. Oh my gosh. You're a genius.
All right, that's gonna be on like the next graphic I make or story or something. One simple click, and you can hear One Simple Trick. Get your tickets for One Simple Tour.
Amazing.
Amazing. And I just want to say the reason I thought of that was because we were talking about lyrics, and it appears that the lyrics will be on the jacket of the vinyl, which is a first that they're feeding us the lyrics instead of us freaking trying to figure it out. That means I feel like they really want us to know, or Will especially wants us to know what he is saying. Maybe just like the part where he says,
But the
I wish
retroness,
you could understand all the things I say. Yes. Oh, and then in MSR, when he says, don't misinterpret me.
Yes.
Here we go. Now we can't because it's going to be in black and white or black and red, it looked like.
the retroness of this album, when I say retro, I'm not going back around the 2000s, that sort of thing. But at that stage, we all used to buy records, tapes, CDs, and you'd have them all on there. So it's going to bring us oldies back to, it's got the lyrics.
Yeah, when you'd like lay on your bed on your stomach.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to put the
card in
CD
front of
in,
you.
and then you're squinting to see. Yeah. Yeah.
And those lyrics were I feel like lyrics in general are not as complicated as this. This is homework. This is exciting. You're teaching vocabulary and geography, Will. So thank you for teaching the youth of America and UK and the world some
Honestly,
awesome words and references.
It's like going to school trying to figure out his lyrics. And I mean, it goes without saying, he's just a terrific lyricist. So, I mean, if you think about some of the some of the songs from the bands, back when, 20 years ago, it's laughable.
Whip it good.
Right. Or it's just like, baby, baby, stuff like that,
Jump
it's
up,
like,
jump up, get down. Jump. Everybody,
Baby.
jump. Anyway, we need to stop this because otherwise we're going to have to cut this out or get.
How about yummy, yummy, yummy?
Okay, well, shut up.
Yeah, copyright.
It doesn't sound like the real song. I think we're good.
You certainly don't.
Dave, I could give you a resume of my
so
singing repertoire of musicals and concert performances if you'd like.
We're just going to have to sing London Bridge. That's it.
It's real. We can't sing the birthday song. You have to pay for that. Do you know that?
Are you kidding me? Anyway, sorry.
You have to pay for that. That's why they don't sing it in restaurants. They have their own versions of Happy Birthday.
Are you for real?
Real.
Whoa.
Real.
Mind blown.
You learn something here on the pod.
Should we move on that point to Death Box?
Yeah,
Death freaking Box, man. Death Box is... I'm digging it. I didn't think I'd like a song called Death Box as much as I do. I thought it'd be an Angie song.
Yes. To me, this is an indie track through and through. Indie alternative. Forget your other genres, rocks. I have no clue what math rock is. What you could.
I know.
Anyway,
Airbuds tells me I listen to math rock. I'm like, what the frig is that? I hate math.
This to me is an indie track through and through. I've got indie, fabulous, love it. I love it. It's a great track. Absolutely fantastic.
Heck,
it's all super great. And I really love this song too. But the part that's super cool for me is around the 3-minute mark. It almost sounds like some sort of funeral dirge type thing going on. It's just like this very heavy kind of and it gets just a little more louder and maybe a little more menacing each time. It's literally like a funeral lament. So, okay, that kind of makes sense. I have no idea if that's what they intended or if it's just, my stupid ass making up things.
Yeah, I wrote haunting sound.
Yes.
Mm.
The synth in this song is just, it's so good. It's just peak.
Freaking beginning that sounds like a race car revving up, getting ready to launch. Actually is nightmarish for me. I often have repetitive not like anyone wants to hear this, but I frequently have nightmares of being in a car that's super high speed, like out of control, and I'm going around a bend, like flying off the road. That part is so intense and cool. Yeah, dig it. That's what I thought of, like a race car. I don't know if you thought of anything else. Yes, Dave.
I've got to take a chicken out the oven. Just bear with me. I
Is
can
that
smell
code
it.
for something else? I was wondering what the hell he was going to say.
I was like, oh, shoot, I'm sorry. I'm talking too much. You want to chime in?
I know, like, he's really got something he wants to say.
Oh, my word.
Deathbox. I love Deathbox.
Oh, my gosh. Come on, girls. Spit it out. Oh, I love that.
Right? It's like, we're with you. Yes. Spit it out. How's the chicken?
The chicken cooked.
Did the popper pop?
We don't have poppers popping.
Oh,
No, we don't have
that's
none of that.
unfortunate.
That sounds really good, actually.
I know.
I'm sat there and I'm like, oh my God, it's got to come out. It should have come out 5 minutes ago.
But it was all good.
Yeah, it's all good.
in the hood.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
So this line in Deathbox I thought was really deep. You found God, I got interred. Ouch. That's like,
Yeah,
heavy.
man, we can interpret these things in so many ways. Or I don't know if it's the ways we want to interpret it or how it really was meant to be.
Yeah, I don't know. And then the part about I'm not sure it's gonna all create what you intend to create. I'm not gonna fight you for a parking space.
Yes. And the thing about $1 or the money, these titles are still like crazy. I remember when we saw these titles thinking like, how are they going to write a song with that title? It just sounds like not a title.
Right.
There's no solace in the dollar.
Oh.
You found God, I got interred.
Ooh, that's a little biting.
Yeah.
Shit. God damn it. Take that out. I said biting. You were like, I thought you were going to say, oh, poop, I got to take the chicken out. Because you were like, oh, crap, take that out. I was like, you have a chicken too? You were just saying it sounded good. Oh my God, I wish
where am
I had
I?
chicken. Never mind.
I think you're digging yourself a hole there, ready for your death box, aren't you?
I feel like we should leave that in because it's funny.
That's staying in.
I mean, how about the press release? Come on, the press release they put out themselves says they cut their teeth. Did anyone else notice that?
Yes, that's awesome.
Was
you
that
know
on
what?
purpose? They could have said something else.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's time to, not like we need to go out of our way to talk about it, but it's time to start being so tiptoey around everything. It's like, it is what it is.
Mm.
I don't know.
Bygones.
Yeah.
When he says, come on, girls, spit it out. And all they want, the world keeps calling me. Come on, girl, spit it out. All they want to say is, I look better now. I was like, whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
And the visualizer, I love that friggin' visualizer thing. How you see him, like the microphone just alone, and then you see like, come on, girl, spit out. Then he goes back again. Do you notice that, Dave? Maybe you're not even looking there.
No.
But that's what
I'm sat there looking basically at the lyrics.
I wrote, good for you, Wilbur! Exclamation point, all caps.
Yes. Like, get it, girl.
Get it, boy.
Right. Yes.
I'm so happy for him. Like, this has been probably so therapeutic. I'm happy. I'm so happy. So proud.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep. Yeah. And yes, the visualizer. Quick side note. It's great. I love, especially Ash, the way his camera is turned, you can see a lot of his, like, the fingerings on his bass. I love it.
Yes, I must admit, sort of looking there and all that lot, you're trying to read the lyrics, but then, hold on a minute, what's going on there? What's going on there? What's going on there? It's great because it makes you watch it again and watch it again.
It's very
And then
cool.
sometimes they move around a little bit and it's like,
Well, I was
really
looking for
good.
the coffee machine because someone said there was a coffee machine in the song. So I was hoping there'd be a coffee machine little screen.
They said in this song specifically?
No, in one of the songs. So I was hoping in the visualizer there'd be like a little window that would pop up with a coffee machine in it instead of a little guitar or a microphone.
I have that in my notes.
Okay.
I have that
It's
in my notes.
for another song.
Yeah. I don't know
Okay.
if I'm right, but I wanted to ask you guys what you thought.
Let's go to Scoundrels then, so we can keep moving along. I was going to say, because I'm a dork, when he brought up postcards, I was like, oh, postcards. Oh, and the fans are going to hear postcards not just coming from me, but from Will. And I like when he says the long words under the stamps. I thought that was funny. I like picturing that. But yeah,
Sum your
Cards for
values
Concern
up on a
plug
paper.
there in my mind. Probably not.
Totally.
but in my
Between
head.
between that and the AB positive, I mean, this is all about you.
We are
This is
connected.
all about you. There you go.
Mind meld. Yeah, he speaks to me directly. Just no, I don't really believe that. Okay.
I believe you
Dave's
believe that.
face. Only at the meet and greet, but not any other time.
I like the line, all our friends have sponsors in the hope to attract a national brand. Is that a dig? I feel like that could be a dig.
Yes, it is. Is that a dig? Hell yeah.
And I love it.
I love these friggin' digs, man. I love it. We needed this too as fans, these digs. Thank you,
For
Will, for
real.
putting into words how we felt over the last year and a half along with you, because yes.
No kidding. And man, Ash and Mark are always like, holding down that bottom end really good, but especially on this song, they are just so tight and just cohesive. And that's one of the things I think that this band has really crazily improved on, among a ton of other things, is they're such a tight unit musically. And when you hear Ash and Mark together, with the bass and the drums kind of holding down that bottom end and holding everything else together, it really stood out for me, especially on this song. And it's just fantastic.
It's an absolute banger, as you two would say.
I say bop. Angie says banger. What's your B word, Dave?
I really can't say because it'll upset the pair of you.
Oh,
but it
shoot.
rhymes with witches.
Oh.
Oh, I don't care about that word.
I thought you were going to say something that rhymed with walls.
See, now I would have said Rollocks, but
Anywho, Dave, since you're he's like music maven. I
have written.
Okay, you go.
Scoundrels, the best. Sorry, can't read my own writing. The beat, love it, epic, great live.
Me Mouse.
Me Mouse. I forgot about Me Mouse. Man, we're squirrels today. Sorry.
It's too early in the morning for you two, isn't it?
Yes. I bet this song would be great live. And since you're the only one that's had the pleasure of hearing it live yet.
And then it follows the fall. It's like, how could something follow the fall live? Yeah. When he says, this is where I was going before, Dave, why I said you're the 80s music maven, punk, blah, 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 blah. And plus it's English. When he says, I fall, I tend to fall. I
tend
thought
to
it
fall
sounded
sometimes.
I tend to fall sometimes. I feel like it sounded very 80s, like Duran Duran or something. I don't know. It just reminded me of that. I started playing Duran Duran for my daughter because I thought it sounded Duran Duran-y. Some sort of 80s English band sound to me.
I get where you're coming from. Yeah.
I got to figure out what song or album or not album.
I couldn't turn around and say so-and-so from Duran Duran, to be honest. I like them. Never been the hugest of fans, but
Some sort of English 80s band. I just have
Yeah.
to figure out which one it sounds like to me.
yeah.
And how about when he says lie awake? I used to lie awake. Normal people things reference. I thought.
Yeah.
I could lie awake. Oh, God,
Yeah.
how I used to lie awake
Mm-hmm.
and listen to repetition. Sad lyrics again, isn't it?
What words did you have down for your notes?
I had, so what's it even mean to be accepted by the scene and judge your worth in magazines? And another one I thought was interesting is I could see the woods if not for all these effing trees.
Yes! I love that. And I was like,
What
oh,
do you
that's
think
for
about that?
Angie.
What do you think? Yeah.
I dig
What do you
that.
think about that?
cracks me up. To see the forest for the trees or whatever. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
he says
see-
it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
see the
dug
wood through
that.
the trees.
That's good.
That's
good.
so good.
I feel
I
like this
dig it.
song has a lot of like staticky kind of noise behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. Like that's cool. And it's another one of those crescendo type songs, right? It kind of
Mhm.
builds to this peak.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I wrote
this was the
heavy.
one. Yes, this was the one. Okay, it was late at night, so maybe my hearing wasn't good. This was the one where at the end, I'm like, is that the coffee maker? I don't know. I got to listen to it again. But
I think my daughter heard that because I said there's something about a coffee maker and it sounds sort of like the last bit of water going through the thing, right?
yes. Yes. So I didn't know if this was the song. I was going to ask you guys, like, if you heard anything that sounded like a
I
coffee
didn't
maker.
notice any coffee maker on stage or anything. I would have been in the first in the queue, to be honest, but you know.
Yeah. But I need you to listen to that and tell me if I'm crazy or not.
And when we come back for our next episode, we're all going to agree that the coffee maker is in a certain song.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we have to figure out
Okay.
which one it is.
Deal.
I also wrote organ because I heard an organ playing in
I
that
beg your
song as
pardon?
well. An organ was what the frig? Where are you going with this? I heard an organ playing in that song, sir. You know, like they have at church. Maybe you should get thee there.
I bet Pastor Gold knows the church you can go to. Yes.
Where Angie and I
Awesome,
are
too.
signing up already for that cult. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yep.
Does
Yes.
not surprise me in the slightest.
Where do we sign our life away?
Yes.
You've already done that.
Kind of true.
God, don't say that. It's
I can see
real.
it now on the VIP. You know, pastor, you know, giving money in the box.
Uh-huh.
God.
Yeah.
I'm not hiding that tithing up my sleeve. Okay. Anywho.
This is going downhill fast.
So Chrome. Here we go.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
I wrote bop. And I wanted Angie's interpretation because she knows the stuff better than me. Remind me again about the 30 pieces of silver that he references.
Yes. When Judas betrayed Jesus, handed him over to the Romans so he could be crucified, the Romans, in return for Jesus, gave Judas 30 pieces of silver. Yeah.
And you brought this up in an early pod episode because it
Mhm.
was a clue maybe by Ash on the Reddit or something.
Or was it in, no, I think it was in the lyrics, wasn't it? In the back of the lyrics on the teaser?
Right.
That too.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a symbol of betrayal.
Uh-huh. Then he says blasphemy. He says blasphemy a few times or references it, I believe, in a couple songs, but I know he says it in this one. We all fake fine. I thought that was strong because it's so true. Whenever you're asked, like, how are you? You're like, fine.
Yeah. Dishonest we all fake fine, dishonest all the way.
Yeah.
I've written down.
Okay. Let's hear
What you
it.
got?
Great song. Could be such a buster.
Glorious.
I like that.
Shoegaze finale.
What was the middle word?
Shoegaze.
Shoe.
Shoegaze is a genre.
Oh.
It's that style of music. And shoegaze was kind of dance or how people used to kind of dance to it. And the two have kind of clicked. together because of this style of music. Look it up.
Okay.
But shoegaze was another indie subgenre.
Jeez. Are you sure you're not like a music professor, Dave, with all this terminology? Although you didn't know math rock. Angie gets points
No,
for math
again,
rock.
you see, it's British and American terminology. Math rock to me, I absolutely no clue what the hell you're on about.
I don't either, honestly.
Honestly, I don't.
It's
Earlier on, you're like, oh, it's all math rock. And I'm thinking,
math rock.
yeah.
Math rock. The best way I can describe it is it's like a bunch of like beats and rhythms that shouldn't work together. Like they're all on different tempos and different wavelengths, but they just smash them together and somehow
so it is like math in a way that it works. When you
look up
together.
Delta Sleep if you want an example. Delta Sleep is a really good example of math rock, and they're from Brighton too. Fun fact. Anyway.
But Monochrome is absolutely fantastic. I love it. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
It's epic.
It is epic. And it was really good live. That ending is 100% shoegaze, and it's coming back in. So
I like that. So it is such a British thing to say. They always just say like what it is, like way out instead of exit. It's perfect.
And it's funny that you bring up, it's funny that you bring up shoegaze, because that's exactly kind of what I wrote without saying shoegaze. Is I feel like it's something that you could just the beginning and the end. It feels like it's something that you could just stand there and close your eyes or look down and just kind of like just sway to and almost get lost in.
Right. So exactly that.
It's
Now
so
do that.
big and full.
So stand there, look at the front of your shoes. Now, because you don't know what the hell to do with your hands, you either just hold them together at the front or hold them together at the back. You look down. I used to have curtains. They would fall down, your hair would fall down, and you would just,
I want to see a picture of you with curtain bangs.
I will try and find some.
Fringe, they say over there, right?
No, curtains, centre parting. Nice curtains.
Gosh, not like the picture of Will on the Lovejoy YouTube channel.
Possibly, yeah.
Gosh.
Curtains.
It's just I have silly notes down. I don't have like shoegaze and these like fancy terms. I have die, 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 bye, 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 bye. No, he says that, right? I'm not making this up.
Better bye. Better bye. Yeah.
Bye, bye, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, big notes. Layers, add depth and texture, I wrote creepy ending.
It's kind of a creepy song. It's kind of a creepy song.
Album.
It really does.
The whole album.
I love it. I love it.
So the part that falsetto, the carnivore, which I think that word is really interesting in that song, carnivore, but I'm assuming that's Will doing a falsetto.
Yeah, I mean, we know he's good at that.
Yeah, right. I love that part so much. It's just one of those parts that just makes you go.
How does that go again? Yeah, I gotta hear. I gotta listen to this all again.
I know. I would have loved to have been able to sat here and had it going on in the background.
We could do a listening party on Station Head, and you could actually do it where you talk and the music's going.
Yeah, but it would have been nice to be able to pause it and say this bit to be able to
you could do that on Station Head. You could play just the song. You could just talk, or you could do the song and talk, which for some might be interesting, just to like sort of like when you watch commentary on the DVDs back in the day. Dating myself. We could do that.
Oh yeah.
It's a shame
what do you guys think?
It's a shame we can't record it and put it up again.
It records it for you, but then I don't know how we share it. Yeah, like legally.
Exactly.
From the first time I heard the name of the song and the length and that it was at the end, I was hoping it was going to be like this sweeping kind of epic finale, like you said, Dave. And it is. Like it's exactly what I hope for, except of course, like everything else, it's more than I had hoped for. It's more than I had expected,
And
and
I
I
think
expected a lot.
I know you're a metalhead, et cetera, but I think you might have expected more grungier to it.
Mm.
The whole album has a complete retro feel to it.
Mhm.
If you go back 25 years, it's got that feel to it. There's so many different bands, people you can pull out that sounds like could be this, that.
Mhm.
I think it's absolutely fantastic. Really is a really good album.
I think speaking for Angie, because we do share a brain, even if the music itself isn't always so hard and heavy like that race car sound in the beginning of Deathbox, the lyricism is.
Mm.
Yes, yes. I mean, that's one of the allures for me too with My Chem. Yeah, their music is usually really hard, but their
Mhm.
lyrics are also very kind of dark and mysterious. And this song, like the first time I listened to Monochrome, obviously I was thinking in black and white since that's the name, but it took me to this old creepy house, right? And it's like not scary, but there's moonlight coming in and there's curtains blowing in the breeze. And it just felt very old and really mysterious, I think. And then I
Mhm.
love, again, for the verse, that bass line. It's such a groovy, deep bass line. It's dark. It feels very dark. But again, it kind of lures you in. Ash does not get enough
Read it.
credit for his technical prowess. He does not. The man is a freaking fantastic bass player, and he doesn't get enough credit for his playing ability. He just doesn't.
Well, I think that everybody had sort of chances to shine in this album, which is nice too. And I do
Yeah.
have seen people bring up the bass, but I'm one of those people that's like, "You should have seen me." And I kept saying to my daughter, "Is that part the bass?" And she goes, "No, the bass can't play that high. Listen to this part." And she'd like sing it. I'm like, "That's the bass." Like, I don't always know what's what. I'm not so good at deciphering the difference until I really try to find the lowest notes in it, or if it's like a solo-y bit.
And you're always so good at picking out like the drums, hi-hat or a snare drum, and I'm not good at telling which is which really. So you obviously have a good ear for that.
Yeah, I used to like, sit in the living room with pillows and my drumsticks and try and like listen to music and try to match the movements to what I heard. So I think that helped too. Yeah. But what a masterpiece though, start to finish. And I'm so excited that we have so many new songs to play on repeat and learn and really like sink our teeth into. Immerse ourselves in like a
Um,
warm bubble bath is how I put it on an Instagram post. Like I really want to do what
yeah.
Angie did. I want to listen now a different way. So I've heard it like out loud in my kitchen bopping around. I've heard it on my TV. I have yet to hear it in the car, but I want to do like the in the dark headphones where it's just like that crisp, clear, good sound in your ears and your senses are only focused on what you're hearing. I definitely want to try it that way. And I'm so excited to do that actually. That sounds perfect.
Yeah, I really liked it. I really liked it. I don't have proper words to say about this album. I feel like any sort of complimentary things that I say, it's not enough to express how I feel about it. I just, what, and I know you guys know how I feel. So
Mhm.
other
And
than
the
it's absolutely masterful. These guys are genius.
and the tear
They're
jerky
so
moments.
talented.
Dave, did
Yes.
you feel any tear jerky moments? Yeah.
Yeah. When you pick up on certain lyrics, as I've said earlier, I haven't sit there, I haven't
Yeah.
delved deep into the lyrics, but you can pick up certainly the with my friends all got sponsors or whatever, just certain
Mm.
bits and
Mhm.
tear jerky, not so much, but key
Like
moments.
whoa moments, I guess
Yeah.
is what it is. Doesn't necessarily
Yeah.
have to bring a tear to your eye, but yeah.
Yeah. There's only a few albums that will make me cry, but this isn't one of them. Yeah. How do you sum the album up in 3 words?
Mm. I like when someone pointed out or described it as you can feel the love that went into it.
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
The love
You
and
can
care that went into it, the time, attention. It's just like This was no rush job. This was no it's obviously been like, 3.5 years at least of planning it, and I wonder what it would have been if things were different.
Mm,
I wonder if the
yeah.
way things have transpired over the last year
Yeah.
and a half have shaped and molded or changed the themes or the songs themselves. I'm very curious
Even
about
the
that.
lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's interesting thought.
And it's interesting it's like Rob. We know that's been written for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they may have changed it, switched it up like they have done with Foxholes and they're potentially doing with Wasted Summer. How many of those are new songs that they've written over the last year and a half?
Yeah, did they scrap what they initially had going on
Mhm.
and be like, "No, we're going a different direction?"
That'd
And
be
it's
interesting.
it's like, I don't know if you watch Project Runway or anything about the fashion world, how the collection has to be cohesive and, like, all like it's part of the same collection, so, like, all the songs have to feel like they're part of the same album, which is why I think it's fine that Wasted Summer's not here because it wouldn't blend in with the rest. Same thing with, even Sober. It's just it all works together. They're all unique songs, but they all come from cut from the same cloth, maybe?
Mm.
Really good observation. Absolutely. And
Thanks.
at first, when the graphics came out, and maybe we had only heard just Rob, I love the graphics, but I was struggling to find the connection because Rob is more of a bop, kind of an
Yeah.
upbeat.
Indie pop. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, how does that song relate to these graphics? And now
Mhm.
that we have the whole album, I can totally see how it fits together.
It helped that Youssef explained about the colouring as well.
I thought that was really neat.
It was fascinating to hear him talk about how many horror and like thriller suspense elements
Yeah.
were in those videos.
You sit there and once you rewatch them after chatting with him, wow, takes a whole different perspective. And it's like you
Thanks,
say,
Yahoo! Shout out.
how does this fit in? How does Rob fit in with the rest? Now
Yeah, and
I
let's
fully understand it more.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
had a theory about, and if you wanna bring it up here, because it could be a sentence, how you thought baptism played in the universe with the other music videos. You had a thought on that, Dave. I remember you at the beginning of this chat.
Yeah. So where does baptism come in
I want your
in
opinion
the
'cause
videos?
you brought it up, sir.
Yeah, but that was a question that I was
Oh,
going to ask you.
you're just
Oh.
asking it.
What do you
Think
think?
think that's what Will's character is watching or studying up on because he had that book, at his on the side table when he's watching the TV.
That's so good because I was going to tell you that I honestly don't have a clue, but that's
No.
so good, Lesley.
Thanks.
Did you say
So-
no? Well,
No,
okay,
I
enlighten
never
us.
said no.
Enlighten us. I thought you said no.
It's like,
I was like,
no.
let him.
I said so.
Oh,
So does
I'm
it
sorry.
fit? So what is it? Is it the first video?
I don't know that it has to be. It could be a offshoot. It could be a side plot story thing. Like, I think it could be that he's a lost soul in that chair and he's looking for something. And that's why he has that book. What is it called? It says Common Touch. That book that's next to it, it says William Gold on it. That leather bound book. I think that he may be a follower or is dipping his toes into it because he's lost and needs to find something. And maybe he thinks maybe he could heal him. Maybe. We
That's
should look. Are
good.
there any of those VHSs in that, like on his TV stand or something? I wonder.
We're going to have to look, aren't we? I never thought about that.
Mhm.
You just have all the good takes.
This is my life. This is what I do.
No, literally, this is my life, right?
This is where my head is at 24/7. Like literally 24/7. I couldn't sleep. I put the phone in my pillowcase last night.
Are you kidding me?
Because I knew we had this early in the morning and I thought if I listen as I'm going to sleep, and it just was it would like slide around, and my head would be on my hard phone, and then it would get louder or quieter, and then I couldn't hear it because my ears pressed on the pillow, and the phone's over here, and like Dave's. I was like, I wish I had like comfy earbud things that I could listen to that won't like be hard on the pillow. I really tried, guys, but I was up like every hour, and I was like still trying to make it work.
Oh my gosh.
I thought if I just like I don't know.
Like osmosis?
I don't know.
Anyhow, so before we go, question. What song would you most like to see live? Because you two are due for it next.
I got it. I know it. Deathbox. I want to see Will say, "Girl, spit it out." Really bad. Live. Okay, yeah.
That would be fantastic. I'm going to go with Baptism. Because I want to see Joe's...
Good call.
I don't know what you call it.
You know,
His thing.
Yeah.
Do not put that in there.
You do put that in there. It's too good.
My God.
We give the biggest comedy hit. This
is horrible.
This is like our text last night.
I'm glad you leave me out of those. You've got your own little what I'd like to do to Lovejoy group chat.
Don't. No, that is not staying in there. No. I'm going to die.
This should be the commercial right here.
Put me in the death box. I'm done. I'm cooked.
She's interred.
There you go.
Okay, but yeah, I'll go with Baptism, and I won't say any more.
As long as he wears that wig. Dave's gonna show up next episode with that wig.
No, I have got so much crudeness I could throw back, but I'm not gonna.
That's surprising.
No, I'm just
That's what he
leaving
does,
it to
right?
you two to dig yourself holes.
Foxholes.
Digging our own graves, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
So thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast. Next time, I think we may delve deeper into the music video for Baptism. We'll actually be going to the gig soon.
Yeah.
The end of this month, Angie and I will be in Chicago.
Yeah, what date's that?
27th, I do believe.
Yeah, something like that.
Something
like that.
Oh, but before then, I'm hoping to hear from someone attending their first show in North America in Boston to find out how the VIP works for everyone that's going and is curious about how it all plays out. So we'll bring that to you one way or another. But again, thank you. Keep an eye on the website, lvjynation.com. Please leave us your comments wherever you listen to the show. Send us an email. Dave, anything to add?
Vote for your favorite song on the website.
If you can pick just one.
If you can pick just one.
All right, guys. Thank you. Take care.
See you guys.